You guys seem to be at your best when you're pressuring. What worked so well in your pressure game tonight?
There's a couple things. Obviously, when we get in the forecheck and, we get the pucks down below the tops of the circles and, get into our cycle game, that it's to our advantage. Thought we played way faster. Thought we got out of our end quick and it allowed us to get down there. And when we pressure, whether that's in the O zone or whether that's in the D zone, that's the idea, to help work to get the puck back.
To have that kind of effort with your full lineup and in the configuration that you've had it for most of the year, what was that like to see, the kind of performance with the lineup that you had?
Yeah, that's the first time since game 71 that everybody's back. So it was good to see. There's obviously the familiarity started with our power play. Obviously having a 4-minute early in the game like that and the score was big. Certainly the crowd, not that they needed a little bit of a push, but man, they got loud after that one and then got the second one quick. But when you have your roster like that, everybody gets aligned into their spots. Having your top 4 defensemen, having your top 6 offensive guys, then you got 2 checking lines, 2 heavy lines. Like we're back to looking finally like we've looked for most of the season.
Scott, just wondering, I know it's a big win tonight, but just going back to St. Louis, the St. Louis series, you guys were winless on the road in that series. What do you have to do in Dallas to maybe pick up a couple wins there?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough building. They grabbed home ice from us by winning game 1, so we're going to have to win down there. You know what? It's, lessons learned. Take some of the things from what we've talked about, what we've looked at from that series, and we know that we have to do a lot of what we did tonight. This is a really good hockey team we're going against, and they'll be in behind their fans and in that building. So we got to play that type of game like we played tonight.
With Connor Hellebuyck, the MVP chance for going up at the end tonight as they were in the beginning, but just how big was he, especially in that second period?
Yeah, no, he was fantastic. He's obviously, like I've mentioned a few times, sometimes we take him for granted because he makes the hard look easy, so easy, but he had some acrobatic ones tonight, and I thought, for 51 minutes of that hockey game, we were really good. There was 9-minute span where, puck management wasn't great. We got caught sometimes on our numbers. And then Dallas, you just saw why they're number 2 in the league on their transition, on their ability to attack. And so we got to be aware of that. That's something that we kind of self-inflicted. But, Helly's, made sure that he shut the door on them.
Scott, how would you describe the impact of Nikolaj Ehlers? His feet have been going pretty well, but to get a little bit of puck luck and have that kind of offensive impact, what did it mean for your group?
Yeah, it's nice to see him rewarded. Again, another guy that jumped into the middle of the playoff series late, and then in the last series, and, just to have the opportunities that he's had, a lot like Cole, Vladdy, some guys that hadn't had a chance, they had opportunities but hadn't had a chance to score. I'm just real happy for him. He was dominant. He had the puck a lot. I like the fact that he attacked the net there a bunch of times with the puck. We need his line, and we need him doing what he did tonight. And we're a tougher threat when we have all our pieces going like that.
Scott, how would you describe the impact Josh Morrissey had in his return to lineup and his glove save, sweeping that puck out of the crease on that one?
Yeah, our goaltender. No, that was that's the Josh we know. Obviously, again, it puts everybody in their right spots in the lineup, and he's a big minute man for us. He plays against the other team's top lines. Then you saw what he can do, both quarterback in that power play and also the offensive side. Him jumping, him in the offensive zone. He's a tough guy to target. He's a tough guy to kind of shut down when he has the puck up there. And liked a lot of what he did. And certainly having him back is a real good feeling for our group.
Part of the second period that there were some transition opportunities for them. You got a real meat and potatoes goal from Adam Lowry, and it became insurance at that time. How important was that, and basically, I guess, their impact on this game? Yeah,
certainly they have the big matchup, the heavy matchup when they got to go against the Hintz line, and tonight, obviously, even last game they did a real good job, and that's a hard match, and they've done a really good job, but what set that up for me was our fourth line, the shift before. They had a great shift, and they stuck to they hemmed Dallas, mostly their defense in their end of the rink. We actually had all three forwards changed on O-zone possession, and Lowry's line got out there and finished the job off. And for me, that's wearing teams down by being heavy and being relentless, and like that's a big goal in the game. You're up 2, and to get that third one, takes a little bit of the wind out of their sails. But I thought it was a build-up. It was the shift before that kind of built into that one, and then just those guys finishing off.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.